This is Mike Bowdendistel. I follow Intermodal at SONAR, and I'd like to leave you with a few takeaways, both from companies reporting earnings as well as SONAR data. First of all, service levels for domestic intermodal are the best they've ever been. You heard Union Pacific talk about how this is going to be their very best service year, 2026. And you do see that in the intermodal volume data that's available via the ORail DOML tickers. That's a measure of domestic containers that are loaded. We have that nationwide and also have that by lane. And what you've seen the past couple of weeks is really a very quick improvement and recovery from Winter Storm Fern. It impacted rail intermodal for a couple days, and the company's recovered from that very, very quickly. I think it's emblematic of strong service levels. Also, there's plenty of available domestic intermodal capacity. In domestic intermodal, the way that you measure that is the available domestic intermodal containers. And we've heard from JB Hunt, Hub Group, Schneider, all talking about being able to handle between 15 and 25% more volume with their current fleet of domestic intermodal containers. Some of those companies are looking to balance the containers more evenly. So look for them to price more aggressively to the upside on head haul lanes and be just real accommodative on the backhaul lanes. And that leads to this third takeaway, which is there's really not much momentum yet for rising intermodal rates. We did hear from Union Pacific say that's still a pretty soft environment for domestic intermodal pricing. Typically, you would see truckload pricing move higher before you see intermodal rates move higher. Now, we have seen truckload spot rates certainly move higher, yet usually presages a rise in truckload contract rates, and that usually would lead to a rise in intermodal contract rates. So I really haven't seen that yet. Very related to having excess containers from a number of different carriers. So it is a competitive marketplace out there, but you are going to see differences by lane, which is something we have in Sonar. Also, if intermodal contract rates by lane, those head haul lanes like in LA to Chicago, would expect to see rates rise there. But Chicago back to LA, I think those rates are going to be flat, maybe even down. So I think a discrepancy there based on the head haul status. What this means for shippers is that I would expect the intermodal value proposition to remain strong throughout 2026. The service levels are a big deal when we're talking about rail intermodal. And then you do see the spread between intermodal pricing and truckload pricing on a contract to contract basis being in that 20 to 30% range. We have that broken out by lane in the intermodal dashboard in Sonar. So I would encourage you to check that out. And I think that spread in a lot of lanes is going to rise because you will see the truckload contract rates move higher. Before you see those intermodal contract rates move higher, that's only going to improve the value proposition, at least on a short-term basis, for shippers that want to move via rail intermodal. So I would expect if you're a shipper to get calls from these domestic intermodal companies trying to put their containers to work, and I would be receptive to that. If you want more detail, feel free to reach out to me or your Sonar customer success person. Thank you.